Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Glad you're here. Love you guys. Thanks for stopping on by to see what's going on in my craft room today and where my creativity takes us all. So what I've been doing on top of working in my mini glue book for this month is I found an old garden journal that was from my mom, and I love it. It's beautiful. But it was the garden journal that I had for my house in Eugene, Oregon, and I no longer live there. And some of the stuff in here makes me a little bit sad, things that I've written, because it was a beautiful garden and I've got a lot of work to do on the yard that I have now. So I am painting over, I kept the little dedication pages that I wrote on. So I'm just covering up, and I'm using just a very limited palette. Let's see, antique parchment, khaki, and light mocha, just apple barrel paints, along with white and some white gesso, just spreading it around with a palette knife and or my old driver's license. So that's all I'm doing on this, but I'll do a page and dry it off, and then do more pages. And you know, I'm just turn on some lo-fi music or a podcast, and I just go to town, and it's brainless, and there's just no thinking. And so I'm getting there. And then if I feel like it's too thick when I'm finished with it, then I'm going to pull out a few pages, and those pages can be used for something else, because these painted pages are awesome. So I'll either use this to write on or draw on, or maybe make it a botanical journal of some sort. So I don't know, I don't want to throw it away. It's from my mom. It's a little bit precious to me. So that's happening. Also, I took my own advice and grabbed some of my books and I gutted them. So I love some of these covers too. They're great, and they're old, and they're sturdy. I like this size. This one is pretty beat up, so I don't even know if it's worth saving. It's kind of wrecked. But yeah, and the reason I took a lot of these is I'll show you some of the papers, and you'll understand why. This was sort of like the style of Eric Carle in the Very Hungry Caterpillar, but it's not, as you can see. That's not Eric Carle, but same kind of concept. This is kind of a cool cover, so I don't know, maybe something that will also in the Eric Carle style, but again, not Eric Carle. These two guys not related at all, but similar books. And this one's pretty old. Yeah, and there's tape on it. So again, I don't know if this one's worth saving, but I do like the cover parts of it. I guess I could pull that apart even more. But I took the innards, the inner pages, and I'm gonna save those for, they're thicker, so there's lots of purposes for these. And I just love the sewn. I tried to take it apart and leave the sewing holes in there. I like how that looks. I don't know if it's usable, but these pages are they're really cool. The colors on these are awesome, and the texture and the feel of the paper. So that one book was fun, and then the Caterpillar Man, I love the drawings on it. Very simplistic watercolor wash with some simplistic black pen drawings, and the storyline's very small. So there's lots of room, like right here, that could be something that could be taken out. The story is actually pretty cute. I like the story. But isn't that fun? I love the drawing on there. It's kind of a scribble sketchy drawing on top of watercolors. So I like that. I like the birds, it's blue. So fun stuff with that. But man, I made a mess. If you're gonna do book tearing apart, I suggest you have a towel underneath you, because all these little tiny threads and pieces come off. And so yeah. And then this book, I had a cover. The cover for one of my junk journals is here, in one of my glue books. Yes, I still have it named, but this was from that book. But I love the colors and the watercolor of it. And then there's lots of blank space too. So this could be used as a great kind of a, you know, if you want to use this in a journal page, as a journal page, you've got a lot of room to write. So, and when you're making books. And again, I tried to keep the edges, the sewn edges where the book was constructed, tried to keep that available. And this one has a very limited palette, blues, browns, and then on the white. And I don't know if I like the pictures necessarily, but I like how the pages feel. And it's actually quite old. I think this one was a I don't remember right now. I don't know. Before 1950, I know that. This was that Lion book. And again, this one was pretty beat up. So there's masking, or not masking tape, but clear packaging tape on the pages. But I love that color. And the pictures, not so much necessarily, but I mean, can you see this? You know, you cover up that part, but you still leave the orange color showing. I love it, saffron, or I don't even know what color to call that, but I love it. And that, yeah. Anyway, but this book had lots of blank space on the pages, so I liked that about it too. And again, another limited color palette, just the black and that. Let's see, what's that? Ochre, yellow ochre, maybe. Yeah, that book, 1969. So. Yeah, pretty cool. These books are just, and this one had actually chapters in it, but lots of white space here. A lot of this section right here I can use in making a journal. So that's what I did on the couch, did that, all of these pages. And one more book. This was a book about arithmetic poetry. You know, kind of weird, but it's got some cute little pictures on it, little images. So those I can use, as well as the pages for for other things, other bookmaking. So anyway, and again, more limited color palette. I like that. It's just different. I do like the colorful pages of those first couple books, but also the limited too as well. They all have a purpose. They can all be used and not used and reused, we'll say. Okay, let me set that aside. Get to the main event here. Working on this, I realized that this month is quickly coming to a close. My calendar is telling me that it's the 23rd already at the filming of this, and then I'm like, oh, let's see. Can I get this thing done by the end of the month? I don't know. I did some pages, not completely, but did bring out some things to work on in here so I can get a few more things finished on this. And I still have to think about the cover. I don't know what to do with the cover. I know something will come to mind. So I did take my blanked out pages and my coffee sprayer bottle, and I did that, sprayed it and dried it. And I brought out a few things that I think I might be able to use. So a couple tickets, some of these pictures from another book that I had taken apart. Yeah, and they're kind of pretty. And I coffee dyed this one. So that'd be something that I could do here with tickets. And what else? But I have other things. Oh. But only 2 of my tickets fit on there. I could do something like that. These are double-sided, but because I didn't know what, I needed to use up some of my stamps. So that's kind of what the deal is with that. So I can do this, but let me get a little piece of fabric or lace, or get my little fabric bin out here. These are some of my scraps. I have a bigger fabric bin that's got lots of larger pieces in it. What's this? Ah. The colors are good together. Kind of like the messy look of that. Let's see how it tears that way. I don't think they tear very well when you're going against the grain. You know? There we go. So that could there be. And I think I will ink the edges of that black. And I've got, let's use Hickory Smoke. Yeah, I've got my desk is kind of a mess still, and again, because I have everything out for this journal, my glue book journal, little journal, and my other vintage journal. That's the accordion type. Saw somebody else call that type of journal a concertina. So, it's very possibly what it's called for reals. But accordion works too, you know what I mean. Okay. Let's see, what if I do, put that in there. Okay, I feel like I'm forcing it. I'm forcing it now to the extent that I don't, doing it so that it gets done, not because of something I like. What if I add that there? That is a good focal point though. I'm looking in my monitor over here, and I like how this stands out against that, against the page, against the image of this lady. Okay, I am gonna do some little bit of more color ink on this, using that black soot just to match what I have on the little lady here, sewing her little sewer, doing a little crafting. So I'll glue that down. Should I ink up this? Or, nope, leave that be. Let's do a little Fabri-Tac on that, just to, because it's fabric, and why does that stick to me and everything else? Because it's glue. Because it's glue, Liz. Oh. All right. I just wish this flowed better, and I hold it, keep it upside down. I just don't like how it doesn't come out very well. And for this project, I don't need to make sure so much that I spread it around nice and flat so that I don't have the leak through that a wet glue sometimes does to you. Okay. This fabric is actually part of a drapery that was in the basement of our house when we moved in. So that's kind of fun. I'll use this bigger piece here, just so I have more coverage along the edge of my page. love this paper. I received some vitamins in the mail, and this was what it was wrapped in. And I just like it. I like it a lot. It's such a pretty green. It goes with vintage. It goes with mixed media. It's such a cool texture too, so it layers nicely too. It's thin enough. So keep those packaging pieces, friends. Do not throw those away. I feel like it needs a mat of some sort. Let's see. Let me look in my, maybe if I use this as a mat, and that'll draw that green in. But that is a lot of the same color, something darker. How about that would match with this, but it's got the lines. Got a light pink. Would that work? I think that would be a nice match. So I'm gonna glue it down, and then I'm going to just tear. So give it one more layer of interest that way. Oops, that's there. I'm gonna use the other piece because I gotta glue all of that all over that one now. Yeah, I have more than one of these. Oh, sticky, sticky, icky. Paper towel. And tear away. Oh, I've got ovals next to ovals. Oh well, we're gonna leave it be. Ah. That's fun. I like it. Okay, 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 okay. Scraps. Let's see, anything else I can do on here to make it, let me get my letters, my Tim Holtz calligraphy script and whatnot stamp. This guy. Do the hickory smoke, since that's kind of what we're working with right now. And I want to go over here all the way down. Okay, just a little bit of an accent with that, nothing too strong. Doesn't take the eye away from, whoop. Okay, doesn't take the eye away from anything, but it just fills in that white a little better. I feel like I need some, oh, I have an idea. So the other day I was in my sewing stuff looking for some thread, but I came across this that it's like thread that got used up or broken, and there's nothing, you can't reuse it at all for any reason. So could it be a backdrop on there? It kind of looks like hair though. I don't like that idea. Okay, can I pull some of this thread? I was making a nest. Bingo, right? What if I just, I know I've got more of this somewhere, but this is kind of one of those spools of thread that I don't know how old it is, so I don't know what kind of integrity it has. I just yanked it off right there. But if I can put this behind it, even more texture. Nah. Get myself there. move things. Get myself stuck in a situation here. And I can just glue that all as one thing. Okay. This first. And I think the Fabri-Tac would be a good, let's double check, make sure I like this side. Yes, because I like the blue there, and I like the maroon there, the pink, and then the green. Yes, this is going to be the side. So covering up my Argentina and my Denmark and my, I can't even see where that is. Sverige. Don't know. And a little bird. Oh well. Tap it down. And I'm not even going to bother gluing that, because what I put on the back of this picture is going to hopefully keep that in place. Keep it in place. As much as I need it to be. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's fun. I like it. I like there's thread. The fact that she is sewing, that's kind of a fun little addition, and on fabric. And okay, so that's fun. I like that page. Okay, moving along. I got another one. I don't have anything for that one yet. Yet. Got this. Might go good. We never really grow up. We only learn how to act in public. Okay. Some of this needs to go on that, I think. Have you seen this stuff? I don't, this came in a box of peaches. Box of peaches? Yeah, or no, it was pears. But the boys, I don't know how to get this on here. It's going to be a little bit. I'm going to, let's see here. Oh, this way perhaps. But I need to cover that up with something. With something. I am scanning my desk. Scanning. I could go with fabric again, but I really want to just use up stuff that I have already here. What about this? I like this edge. Could I do something like that with it? That works. I like it. And then let me just tack those 3 things down, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how this stuff holds up here. I already covered part of it with a plain napkin just to tone down the color, the green color on here. Oh, I know. I think I know what I'm going to do with that. Oh, that comes out cool. And then these guys here. Let me get some dictionary page. That might be a fun thing to put on there. text. I have this pink thing that's got all kinds of miscellaneous text things in there. There's a page, dictionary page, wallop, warehouse, wagon, washstand, warehouseman. Okay. I guess it's the W page. So if I do a little bit on the top and then some on the bottom to cover this area. And is there anything that I could use that is waltzer, a person who waltzes, but I kind of already wrecked it. I think it's too late. I think I just already wrecked it too much. Yeah, I need to sometimes pace myself. That's a lot on that. So I could rip some more of that off. Put some there with this here. And I think we're in like Flynn. I want to do the edges though. Let's zhuzh up the edges with my vintage photo. I'm covering that up, so I don't need to make that colored. So let me take some of this off because I can use another piece elsewhere. I don't need all of that to be up here. Glue. I'll use my paper towel today. Okay, then this. Get those edges so they stay down really well. This is from a Somerset Studio magazine, and the prompt is something that is something from an artist who does vintage, but then puts these snarky little sayings with the pictures. A little bit of modern day humor going on with that. And that's another magazine. I've got several magazines that are Somerset Studio, and I've taken bits and pieces from them, but I haven't really torn one apart. So I'm curious as to if I should do that, if I should tear it apart. The images in those things are so beautiful though. I have a hard time taking them out of the book itself, and the quality of the paper. So that's something I need to get over, I think. It's not a bad thing, but it's just something I need to think about. Am I going to use these? Because I bought them to use, not just have ideas from. And I have several. Okay. I like that. That's fun. I like it. I like it. That's fun. Although up here, you realize now that I think I'll just tear this off a little bit and still be able to see it. Let it hang up a little off the edge of the page. Put that down there. Nice. Well, it's already gluey. So I am going to work a little more on this today, and it's fun. And a couple ideas that I've got. I have these little flowers that I punched out a long time ago, and Pam at the Paper Outpost, she recently did a video about punching out, using your punches and stuff that you have on your punches, and just finding ways to implement them in your journals. That's going to be there, I think. But to take these and just make a border with them, I think I'm going to do something with them. Otherwise, because they're just plain old pink, I think I will either stamp on them or, yeah, probably just stamp on them, stamp something on them. But that would be a cute little border. Or I could put it on a piece of narrow paper and then attach it to the page. So I'm going to do this one and maybe this one. So yeah, I've got a few pages in here to finish. Isn't that pretty? And yeah, maybe I'll come back with another video. It's just fun. Never really grow up. We only learn how to act in public. So true. All right, friends. That's about it. Thanks for hanging out with me today for just a little while and seeing what I'm messing around with in my craft room. There's a big old mess in here, but it's fun. I enjoy it so much, and it really does feed my soul. We'll see you next time, and take care, and God bless everyone. Bye-bye.